Hi everyone and welcome to my video. Today we're going to be making this cute little gift bag, and it's going to be made out of a regular medium-sized envelope. This gift bag, depending on how wide you score it, is how big it'll be. This one, I have the Ghirardelli's Valentine box. I believe it only has 2 chocolates in it. But it was a cute little box and it fit perfectly inside. Can you see the little shimmer on the heart right there? Added a little wink of Stella. Cute, right? Okay. So what we need is, like I said, a medium-sized envelope. We have, this is a, where'd it go? There it is. 4.5 by 2.5 for Cocoa Rose that we are going to die cut some hearts out of. We're also going to, we only need this little heart out of Just Jade, so this is just a little piece. I did a bigger piece. This is 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, just so I can have more hearts to use for other projects. So those two are going to be with that. We have a piece of vellum that is 2 3/4 by 3 1/2 for this heart. We have, this is a bigger strip, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be punching it with the everyday label punch. Oops, things were flying everywhere. We have a teeny strip. This is 3/8 of an inch by 4 inches, and we're going to cut a little tag in each end. And the last piece we need is, I just grabbed a strip of Whisper White, but it's 1 3/8 inches wide, and that's going to be for this sentiment. Okay, so let's start with the envelope first. Okay, so we have our basic envelope. And what we're going to do is, I have a little mock-up right here. We're going to seal the envelope. So go ahead and lick it and seal it. And then we are going to cut off 1/4 of an inch at the top. So that's going to make from here to the down 5.5 inches. And then we're going to score at 3/4 inches on all 3 sides. And then we're going to use our bone folder and just crease the edges really good. So, and we're going to have to do a little bit of gluing just because these don't glue down all the way. So I wait till I'm scoring and stuff, and then I just tap a little glue down. Okay, so let me grab my paper cutter. Oops, hit the light, sorry. Oops, flip it away. Okay, so the easiest thing to do is just line your envelope up on 5.5 and slice. That way we have an opening at the top. And see what I mean there, the little flap right there? Okay, so now we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch on all 3 sides. And make sure you're using the scoring side and not the cutting. I've done that several times. Make sure you score it really good, but don't press so hard that you cut through the envelope. I've done that as well. Okay, set that aside. Okay, so now that we have our scores, we're going to take our bone folder. Where is it? And I just use my fingernails to start the crease, then use the bone folder. And you want to do it both ways so you get a nice crisp edge. Okay. This is one of the most important steps. that you could do for your box, because if your edges aren't crisp, then it's going to be really hard when you go to pop it out. Now see, this is the area that I'm talking about that we're going to have to glue down. Okay, last score line. Oops. If you want a thinner box, you just score it at a 1/2 inch. That's what's so great about this. You can make it whatever size you need. Whoops, what's going on? I scored it funky. Okay. If anything is going to go wrong with a project, it's going to go wrong while you're videotaping. I'm going to go ahead and, oops, getting this all crooked. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue right here, just so it can start drying. Try not to get too much so it mushes out over the edge, like me, and now I have it all over my hands. Okay. I just made a mess. Where is my adhesive eraser? I love these things. I was so sad when Stampin' Up quit selling them. But you can find them at any craft store or at Amazon. Okay, now the adhesive is gone. Okay, so we have our envelope. Now, everything's scored, so now is when you're going to decorate your envelope. So for this one, all the cute little hearts, this is probably easier to see all the cute little hearts. What I used was, I used the Meant to Be stamp set from the annual catalog, and I used these 3 little hearts right here. And where are they at? Here they are. So I have my stamps. And we're using Rococo Rose, Just Jade, Soft Suede, and Crumb Cake. So I started out stamping. Let me make some room over here on my side. I started out with the large heart first. And I stamped these just all over. And just know that, like on these creases, see that? Sometimes on the creases, they get a little funky, but you can take a marker and color it in. This is a fun, easy project. This is if you have little kiddos, I just messed up again. But that's on the bottom, so nobody will see it. Flip it over and do it on this back side. If you have little kids, this is a great little project for them. They can decorate it with whatever you have on hand for teacher gifts, grandparent gifts, anything. Okay, so next I stamp the soft suede. And there's just no real pattern to it. I just started stamping. I love this little heart. It's so cute with the little flowers in it. Okay. And then for the Just Jade and the Rococo Rose, We use the same little heart. Oh, did I? Yep, I did. We use the same little heart. Just randomly stamp. What's nice is if you stamp and you decide that you need more, you just grab a stamp and start stamping. Add some more color to it. Oops. Okay, where's my stamp cleaner? Back here. People always freak out when they see my Stampin' Sponge, my sponge cleaner. And the easiest way I do to clean it, even though this is so messy, the ink isn't, it doesn't come out. What I do is, to clean it, I'll put it in a dish with some hot soapy water and just let it soak, and all the inks will release itself, and then I just rinse it out and it's good to go. It just looks pitiful, but I love those. They're nice. You can cut them down in size if you're traveling. Put them in a small case. Okay, now we're doing the little Rococo Rose heart. And you got to be really careful, because if you press too hard, you're going to get ink all over the edges, and then it'll do that. I had that issue a few times with this. Let's flip it over to the front. Let's see, we need some pink over here somewhere, huh? Okay, good enough. Okay, so now that we have, all of those stamped, now it's time to pop out your box or your envelope. Okay, so you stick your hand in there and you just start pushing down the creases. The hardest edge is going to be on the bottom, and what you want to get an envelope, you want to get a point just like that. Then flip it over to the other side. If you need, just stick your finger in that corner to help press it out. If you have a lot of trouble, stick your bone folder in there. But this is why you want to use your bone folder to crease the edges really good, so you get a nice, sometimes these little corners. There we go. Okay. We got that. And then I always press this in. Helps get the, helps it hold its shape. Okay, so you see, you have these little ends right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put some glue on the ends right here. And make sure you don't go too close to the edge. And don't use too much. You can use tear tape if you're a little messy with the liquid glue. Tear tape works just fine too. So what I do is I press it down, and I hold it for a second. Then I flip it over, and I'll use my bone folder to press it down to make sure it stays. See, here's another little edge that just needs a little glue so it holds down. You can cut it off too. There, see, it stays. Okay, see? That stays. And we have a little bag. Super cute, right? Okay, now the fun part, to decorate it. Let me set that aside. Okay, so now we need to make all this stuff. Okay, so what I'm going, where is my little boss? Where'd he go? Here he is. I'm going to use my cute little mini Stampin' Emboss, or as some people call them, the Mini Boss. This one's great to for smaller jobs like today. So let me emboss the heart. Where's my? That's what I forgot to get out. Plates. Sorry for all the noise. Keep hitting stuff. Okay. So this is the heart from the Be Mine stitched framelits. See all the hearts you get? You get a lot of those. So we're going to use these today. Get on there. This mini one's it's perfect for these smaller jobs. I can actually use the smaller one for most of my die cutting, unless it's something bigger, because if I remember right, this is only like 3 3/8 wide, the platform. I guess I have a ruler, I can measure it for you. Let's see. Yep, 3 3/8. So most dies will work. What won't work is embossing folders, the big ones. They won't work. So while we have this out, I'm going to, this is, these hearts are also from the Be Mine stitch dies. Okay. Let's cut out the Rococo Rose. You get tons of little bits and parts to use for another project. See, look at all these hearts. Get them out. I usually I'll tap it on something. They're flying everywhere. To get the hearts out. And then I'll use my take your pick tool to get the hearts out. See? If you want, you can use the little brush attachment for your take your pick tool as well, but it just pops out really easy. Okay, so let's also, because remember I said I just need that one little heart from the Just Jade. Believe I'm done with the mini emboss. Sorry, I'm gonna make some noise closing it. All right. Oops, there it is. That's the one I want. So I'm gonna set him aside so I don't lose him. Take these out. Okay, get rid of all those and save those for another project. Okay, now our Just Jade DSP. This is from the, oh, what is the 2022? No, I always get it wrong. The whole 2-year span kind of throws me off. Yeah, it is the 2020 to 2022 in colors. So all we need is that, and now the last piece is we are going to stamp. We want, where is it? We want the Be Mine Valentine from the Tags Tag set. And I'm just gonna stamp that one image. It's one thing that's nice about the photopolymer. You can pick it up and look to make sure that the image is fully inked. Okay. Press it down. There we go. Perfect. Now I could use the trio of tag dies that would cut this out, but then I'd get these little holes over here, and I don't really want those. So, where's my paper snips? I am just going to quickly fussy cut around the edges. When you are fussy cutting, whatever hand you hold your scissors in, you use the opposite hand for turning and manipulating the cardstock. So this hand you just cut, and this one you rotate. And I'm not showing you. There, that's better. No, not doing that good today. Like I say, you always do better when you're not on video for some reason. I guess it's Murphy's Law, huh? Okay. Maybe if I do, but maybe it's because I'm talking at the same time I'm trying to cut. Maybe my brain says, no, you can't do that. But do you see how I'm using my other hand to rotate the paper? Okay, good enough. Okay, so now we have all of our components that we need. We have the heart. Oh, no, we didn't do this. We didn't do this edge. Where is, I'll just do this. So you can just cut a little piece up the middle, and then you go from corner to point and corner to point. Oops, I didn't cut tall enough. Okay, we do the same thing on the other side. There we go. Then corner to point. And then you get your little tagged edge. Okay, so to build this, we have our vellum heart, and we put this down first. Where's my dimensionals? I always lose my dimensionals on my table. Here they are. Okay, so the easiest thing I found for these little heart things, since it's going to be behind all the tags, I just used dimensionals. All right, hang on. Is that what I did? Oops. Okay, yes I did. Just want to make sure I was telling you right. So the dimensionals will hold it in place. See? That puts it in place. And then you can put your tag strip over the top of it. And then I put that over. Okay, put that down. Then we're using a lot of dimensionals on this project. They are my favorite thing. When in doubt, pop it up is my motto. At my classes, my customers always say, are we popping that up? And I just look at them and they say, I know, silly question. Okay, so we have that there. Last one. For this one, I used a mini dimensional. Then we just layer them right in the center of the heart. Okay, see? So now we have the completed little heart. Now to put them on the bag, I just use some liquid glue. Oops, wrong bag. I just use liquid glue because nobody's going to see it since everything is hidden. And another reason why I like the liquid glue is it gives you a chance to move it around so it's where you want it to be. Oh, see, it slid on me. The vellum is slippery. Okay, so there we have that. Now we need to, where's my Wink of Stella? We need to bling out our little heart. So I just colored it. Get a little more out. Just squeeze a little. Can you see it coming out? Yeah, that's better. Want a lot. I love Wink of Stella, it's so pretty. Okay, and our bow. Our bow, we're going to use the braided linen trim. Okay. When I make a bow, I just leave it, the ribbon on the spool. So if I start tying it and I don't have enough or I have too much, I can just undo it and pull it out or make it bigger. Okay. And we have ribbon scissors. Okay, so to adhere this, use a glue dot. And what I do, since the glue dot would stick out over the edge of the ribbon, I take my Take Your Pick tool and I get it on the edge of the glue dot and I twist and it rolls it up. So when wherever I put it right there and I use my thumb and it pulls the glue dot off. So that way it's a lot smaller. And then we press it down. Super cute, right? And then our little box of chocolates fits right in there. And you're ready for Valentine's Day. Can you see the sparkle on it? It's really pretty. I love this project. Super easy, super easy. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Happy stamping.